All right, welcome in, welcome in. This is Alex Wren with Lifetime Quantum Wellness. We are just getting started with our Wednesday circle for healing and commanding wealth of all areas of your life. So we're just gonna let some people come on in to the Zoom meeting where we're gonna have our connections today about whatever we're working on. So come on in. If you would like to join the meeting, there is a link to the Zoom registration. Totally free. Just come on in. Just click that registration link so that I can see you in the waiting room. And happy to have you. All right, we're going to be getting going here very soon. All right, thanks for everybody coming on in, hopping on YouTube, hopping on Facebook, hopping on Periscope, and here on Zoom. So happy to have our wonderful guests for our circle, our Wednesday Commanding Wealth into Every Area of Your Life. So excited for our subject matter today. We're going to be talking about rebirth. We're going to be talking about becoming limitless. And we're going to be talking about our creating our state of excellence and just how we're doing that with the one command. So thankful that everyone is here with us today. And we're going to get started here very soon. I'm Alex Wren with Lifetime Quantum Wellness, your host today. So thankful that everyone was able to join us today. So we're going to get started in just a couple minutes. We're waiting for a couple more people to come on in, and then we'll get started with our prosperity training today. Okay. Just right now, ladies, I want us to just dance a little bit and start to move our bodies. Because as we're moving our bodies, we're going to be able to be awakening our soul, right? So just moving our bodies a little bit. Yeah. Woo! That's right. Woo! Because as we awaken our soul, that is a true alignment to our body, mind, spirit connection. And as we're moving our body, then our atoms are getting excited, our brain is waking up, and those programs are becoming more aware, right? Woo! So then we can work on them. We can help them be filed away, or we can help them be something that we're truly working on, right? So thank you so much. I just wanted to give that moment of just getting our energy up, and then being able to really come into what we're truly wanting to celebrate. So who wants to go first, Maria or Sue? Who wants to go first with something that we want to be able to share? And our yeehaw, our aha of like a personal breakthrough, or a whoa of like, oh, that was something I always do and always forever have done, but I just realized how to shift that. So who would like to go first?
Maria?
Sue.
Okay.
Show me the way, Sue.
So today, honestly, I'm just feeling a little quiet. And for once, I think I just want to appreciate the present moment. Where I find myself often so busy trying to fix this or do that, or do something differently, that often I lose sight of the present moment and just being fully present in the now. So for me, that's it today. I just want to celebrate being fully present in this moment.
Okay. Woo! You are here. You are here.
Yeah, I'm here.
I love it. Maria, and welcome, Bari. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming on in. We're just doing our what we're sharing. So Maria's going to go next, and then you can go after her.
Okay. Well, a win would be that I finally finished mowing my lawn.
Woo!
It takes me 5. I have to do it in fifths, and without a fifth. And,
oh wow! You must have quite amount of property.
About an acre. Yeah, it's a back acre for sure. Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, 80 degrees, and woohoo! I got it done. So.
Oh yeah! Well, good job. Because I know, getting out there at this time, like, any like couple hours before this, it's like, that's hot. That's the hottest part of the day. So great job getting out there. Probably felt good to get grounded while you were doing it because you're stomping on the earth. So perfect.
Exactly.
You probably had a couple original ideas come in.
Kind of out of whack a little bit. Oops. Yeah, reverberation there.
Oh. You said you were kind of out of whack. Maybe have you not?
Well, I was a little out of whack prior. Sorry, and then the thing went crazy. Maybe that was my internal being coming out there, and so I thought getting physical would help, which it does. So that was really cool. And then I was so glad I was able to watch this because I've not been able to connect before in the evening, in the later day. So
yeah.
Anyway, so I'm ready to just get all pumped back up.
Good. That's what we're here for.
Reflated.
Wonderful. Reinflate. Exactly. Bari, what do you have to celebrate?
Well, first of all, that I got here, that you let me in, because last week I was waiting for more than 10 minutes for Mr. Alex to let me in, and then I decided, okay, I'm not waiting anymore. So I don't know what's wrong with this system that you are doing, but why do I have to wait for you to let me in? This is supposed to be like that?
Well, sometimes when I'm already sharing my screen, I can't see that people are knocking. So this time I was able to see that. So it's kind of a learning with all of the. If you guys could see me right now, you could go, "How are you doing all this?" I've got like 4 screens in front of me, just to do all the things to be able to connect in with the ways that I want to run the circle, with music and visuals and all that kind of stuff. So it's just a different way of learning how to roll with the technology. So I appreciate you coming back. You always bring great insight into the circle, Bari.
Of course. But last week, I stopped in the middle of running errands because I saw on my watch it's 7:02, so I ran home, and then you didn't let me in.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, did you take a look at the replay?
Yeah, I did.
Good.
I survived, though.
So what's a yeehaw for you, my dear, that you're able to be here?
And then to continue what Maria just said, I've been running every day, more than 2 miles, every day. I'm very proud of me.
Woo! That's awesome.
Yes. And what else? I had something else, but I forgot. So, yeehaw for my memory.
Yeehaw!
I don't know. No, I'm good.
Good. Well, happy to have you.
I even made it yesterday to Sue's circle, which I haven't done for a very long time on Tuesdays.
Yes, it was a beautiful circle. It was so
Yes, it
wonderful
was.
to be in the presence of what was coming through. It was definitely some healing happening in that circle. So thank you,
Yeah,
Sue.
I loved it. I listened to it again yesterday night before I went to sleep. It's just that Sue's voice is so soft. I needed a little more more loud. But that's me, you know. No, that's Sue and that's me.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
you both are doing wonderful. I mean, I love your circles. I love her circles. And it's so nice to see that each one of us we have our own way of doing things. That's amazing.
Absolutely. Yes. So one of my yeehaws is that, discovering, like I said before with the technology, discovering the ways that things fit, with what tools I currently have. Because sure, I could grasp out there and say, oh, I need this to do this. But how do I make it work with what I have now? How do I make it work so that all the technology is in alignment? And so I've done that. It feels great to be able to be doing that. Because the next step is, it's like I'm also preparing for being out in the world doing live streaming. So it's like I'm kind of like preparing everything all at the same time. So it's been nice to go, okay, how am I just doing the Wednesday Circle? How am I just doing theater live streaming? How am I just doing out and about live streaming? So that's been some major yeehaws of bringing into fruition on what is possible, and then what the next step is. I had a wonderful walk with my father a couple days ago, and he's a server network analyst. So he's been doing that for his whole life, working with banks and whatnot. So he's very technical in that way of knowing how server farms work. And so he kind of gleamed some information to me saying, hey, you just need to get yourself a little server so that you can do this, and this. So that was really nice to realize what that is. So, woo, stepping into the power.
Yeah. So this is what you brought up yesterday with Sue about using stuff from ancestors?
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. I've been really in touch with like the earth and ancestors before me, what kind of teachings can come up, just asking for the archangels, asking for the ancestors for help. Because as soon as we do that, just like with the one command, as we're out and we're speaking to our multi-conscious, the universe is activating those answers. They're like, okay, we got it. Let's get all those answers to you. And so just like that, when we say, ancestors, I need some help with, boom.
That's very cool. I know that when I do healing, and probably Sue too, or you do too, we ask for help. from guides, angels, and ancestors, whoever. Some ancestors are guides and angels also.
Yes.
And so this is very true because they would not do anything that we want unless we ask them.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
So we start with this and we finish with love, with the energy of love. I think it's amazing
Absolutely.
what we can create.
So, today, for our transmission of transformation that we're all very excited about, today we're talking about rebirth and what that means for our own individuality and what that means for our world. So, right now, it's like, because why I'm talking about rebirth is because I feel like personally, and probably we can all relate to this, is that there is this time that's coming to a close and there's a time that's beginning. And there's a little bit of prep that's happening for that beginning. And that's what this rebirth is all about. It's, there is all of these things that need to shift. And in the global sense, we're actually on a planetary rebirth of a new humanity. And so that's actually affecting all of us and everything we do because we are connected. We're all connected. So to think that this kind of realm of transformation and rebirth is just our individual selves, that's where we're kind of like not really clicked into the fullest potential of what this rebirth truly is. So I really wanted to talk about how we need to really wake up to the unity and protect the creation of this new version of the planet or the new version of ourselves. Because as we begin ascending into the light and the peace of nature and truly transforming, then we're going to be able to not only realize that we're not a separation of our walk, we're a embodiment of our unity and our sacred spirits, right? So when right now, and I'm sure all of you can relate to a dark night of the soul that's happened, where you're like, oh, I just want to die to this way of being, right? There's been those moments in our life. And that's what the planet is going through right now. Mother Earth, Father Sun is in this element of having the dark night, and we're birthing a new world, not only inside but outside. And so how are we being the vision of what we can be on the other side of the chaos, on the other side of the pain, being in that sacred action of universal connection? And that's why the one command is so important to do and to share and create community around, because it can unlock this type of healing that maybe we haven't really been accustomed to understanding. And us here in this circle where we're understanding the one command, yes, we understand how to work it. But to open that up to another community to say, hey, this is how we can actually be in our transformation. When we expand to that perspective, we can expand into our love force. We can expand into our love connection. We can expand into our embodied love in our lives and all of our connections. And when we're operating at the vibrational frequency of love and light, which is what this modality is all about, it's retraining, it's a remembrance of how we are connecting in with our God selves. So when we become that temple of light in our life, many others around us can further be that beacon with us. It's not just us being the lighthouse, it's all of these lighthouses showing up, because the dark night of the soul is happening, and we can expand as agents of change and shift as a collective body as opposed to just an individual body. So that's what I wanted to talk about with rebirth today, where we are probably all going through this rebirth, but having this broader perspective of how am I connecting in with my rebirth of the world, the rebirth of the world within me? How am I inspiring shifts and changes in the world so that civil rights can have a forefront in everybody's mind, so that these shifts for equality and equity are simple. They're absolutely the simplest thing that we've ever done in our entire lives, because that's what it is. That's what the transformation is calling through, that this simplicity can happen because we're open to it, right? Woo! That's like not how hard is it? How easy is it? How easy is it that we can create this shift in everyone that we come into contact with? So that was just a little touch on rebirth and how we can be having our brains have a bigger connection on the big picture of rebirth, not just inside ourselves. And now I wanted to, touch on becoming limitless. And that really kind of plays into our shifting and knowing and trusting what's going on with the greater collective. Because when we live in the possibilities that we can create in this new world through the chaos, through the heartbreak, we are in the possibilities on the other side of it. We're already there. We're already at the evidence. We're already in how we can become the love, the embodiment of enlightenment. And what we're feeling on the other side of fear. What is that? And how we can remember that the last time we were, I'm so fearful. I'm in this state of limit, and it's just this imagined feeling of emotion even before we get there. Like, it's fear, this emotion is holding us back because we think it's going to be so horrible on the other side. And yet, if we just remember the last time we conquered a fear, didn't it feel so great? Didn't it feel like the most amazing thing in the world? Yeah, it did. Because we were celebrating something that we got over. We were celebrating. So we can understand, if my thinking's correct here, we can understand that the other side of fear is joyful. So why are we limiting ourselves to break through a fear? Because don't we want to feel that joy on the other side? Well, our beta mind is keeping us safe. Our beta mind is keeping us in our sphere of influence and saying, no, come back. That's too scary. No. I know how to make this really painful for you so that you'll just keep coming back. Come on, come back over here. And to be able to understand and thank our sphere of our small sphere of influence and say, thank you. You have done a wonderful job keeping me safe until now. I'm changing this program. I'm putting in, you guys all remember 3.5 floppy disks for computers? Yeah. I'm putting that in. I'm going to change the program. I mean, I know we're way past that. Now we're up to thumb drives and terabyte hard drives, but, just the same thing of I'm going to change the program. No longer am I going to run that program. It's done. I'm going to delete it. It's gone. And so how can we be becoming limitless is bringing our attention to healing deep-seated trauma or unsupported programs. And thank you so much, Sue, for that distinction yesterday. I loved that. I put it in my notes. I was like, use these phrases. So it was perfect.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And so how do I personally heal enough to reclaim my power and be that agent of change in the world today? Because we all have these programs. We all have these things that have been running us unconsciously. We're not aware until we start doing the work, until we start to dive into what's happening on a tribal level, inner child level, what's happening, and taking time to dive into some exercises to reveal those things. Because the greatest thing in the world is to realize when we're having an unsupported thought, that's the program right there. And we can just in a moment go, whoop, I'm going to shift that. Because baby, I'm ready for something better, right? So just realizing and remembering that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about, and this is, I know that we all know the mechanics of the one command, but I just kind of want to touch on it just a little bit during this particular Wednesday circle, and more so probably for the people on the replay that maybe haven't experienced the one command before. And so when we go to theta, which is our sleep state, we're going there consciously. And that's actually physically connecting us to our God self, our greater capacity within us. This is an entrance into our greater capacity of the white luminosity of all that is in our higher ascension. It's our ability, it's a remembrance. And as we're expanding into that greater awareness of this wonderful power within us, this power, this multi-intelligence is already within us. It's just awakening. It's a new ability to say, hey, this is how I'm going to use my amazing brain. This is how I'm going to use the other 80% of my brain, right? Because when we're using our conscious brain, or I should say our thinking brain, that's when we get into a little bit of trouble. Because imagine this. Imagine as if we are experiencing the world as ourselves, as our God selves here. And then right in front of us is like this maybe like a holographic image of ourselves. But that's all of our programs running us. So the world is actually meeting us through our programs, not our God self, through this veil or this boundary that we've created unconsciously, through tribal, through social, through family. And that's what's running us. So to be able to start to identify what those programs are, so that we can begin to meet them and we can begin to break through and no longer be running the programs of don't get too close. Oh, that's a little scary. Oh, I'll never be able to do that. That's impossible. We can then be on the other side of that in our God selves and knowing our greater capacity and absolutely already knowing the wisdom of what we can achieve, of what we want, because it's already embedded in our DNA. And it's just an unlock. We're finding the key, which is the key that is going to help us understand what the trauma was that shaped us and forgive it and be able to be on the other side of this trauma, which is called transformation. So, and we're creating our reality from this sacred space, this trusting of ourselves. Oh, and how much better does that feel, right? How much better does it feel to be able to be in the zone of, I've got this. I am feeling the support of 1,000 supportive Sues behind me. I've got 1,000 supportive Marias behind me. I've got 1,000 supportive Baris behind me. I've got 1,000 supportive Alexes behind me. Or I've got 1,000 supportive yous behind you. Because that's our greater capacity. It's there. We've just got this haze, this boundary that we have to start to clear up, start to desensitize, start to make into not how we're running ourselves. It's because we can forgive them. We can let it go. It could just transmute back into the earth. Because Mother Earth, she can clean it. She can make it good. She can make it usable again. Ooh. So, what kind of commands would we like to formulate today, ladies, after that wonderful ability and remembrance of our power? Maria?
I'm really trying to wrap around this. I mean, I understand the concept. You build it so well that I'm like really right there. I'm like on the vista seeing that. So, yeah, how to claim that, how to really remember that and be that and operate from that. And yeah, I'm not quite sure really what I'm wanting to articulate, but I bet you can help me out there.
So it sounds like you're really wanting to remember your greatest higher self, right? So I don't know how I am in league, or I am remembering the greater capacity within me. I don't know how I am my greater capacity now. I only know it is so now.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes. Sue, do you want to go second?
Sure. So I think for today I'll go with I don't know how I own my power and trust my greater capacity now. I only know it is so now and I am fulfilled.
You said own your power and trust your greater capacity?
Mm-hmm.
Great. And what about you, Bari? What's
Well, I think I'm gonna
resonance
stick to
with you?
I'm gonna stick to the simple things of life, and I will ask for financial abundance so I can pay my rent. I mean, life is life, so big ideas are wonderful. How do I get the necessities of the small things of life, the small products that are not necessarily what you talked about? I mean, but it's connected, because being connected and going to the next level, I still need to be able to attract what I need to. Well, you see, it's like the egg and the hen. You have to have comfort here so you can go on.
Right.
You cannot go on without those things that make life what it is.
Right.
So I don't know how you can do it for me, please.
I don't know how I am deserving of my financial good. I don't know how I'm fully in the benefits of my life now.
Okay.
Or we can go down the path of deserving again, and we can say, I don't know how I am seen and valued financially now.
Okay, it sounds good.
Okay.
So you have any idea?
I would go at so I have an idea. I'm just trying to spit it out. I don't know how my fundamental needs and wants are taken. I don't know how. Yeah, I like Kathryn's. I don't know how it came to be that my fundamental needs are guaranteed now. I only know it is so now and I am fulfilled. Because if it's guaranteed that it's taken care of, then you can move forward to whatever
really
else
good. Yeah.
you need.
All right. So
I
you
like
can
that.
add this to Alex if you want.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. I put that in
Okay.
there, so I'll make sure to look at my notes.
And I'll go to sleep with both of you today.
I love it. I love it. But that means, we're on the right path. You're kind of falling into process. So it's your neurology and physiology is like, oh yes, this is what I need. I'm vibrating at the right frequency.
Right,
So,
because like with hypnosis, you can listen to it while you're asleep, and
right.
it does its magic, I
Absolutely.
believe.
Yes.
Alex,
Yes.
I'd like to include a command that we made yesterday.
Okay, please do.
So I don't know how I recalibrate my frequency to prosperity now.
That's awesome. I liked it yesterday too. Thank you, Sue.
Oh yeah, that was great. With Hannah. Yeah. Recalibrate my frequency
To prosperity.
for prosperity.
Yay! Yeah.
Yeah, because if we
That's awesome.
recalibrate our frequency, there's no effort involved. It just becomes what is.
Right.
Yeah, very true.
I love it. Thank you, Sue.
You're welcome.
Okay, what did I do with my... Oh, all right. So let me just go ahead and get my music going for us, ladies. And I'm just going to talk about the 6 steps to theta. As we're in this creation mode, this is how we're able to be in a state of creation in our own body, in our own mind. So we're able to become present, we're grounding, and then we are then aligning to our good. We're aligning to the amazingness of what we're actually asking for, and then we're consciously going to that sleep state. We're going to be doing rapid eye movement. We're going to be rolling our eyes up, consciously looking as if we're looking to our tailbone, actually kind of moving our eyes in that direction, and then imagining a golden beam of light coming out the top of our head. And then we're going to be in our wonderful luminescence, our state of greatness. And that's where we state our commands, because then we're communicating directly with our multi-conscious. We're communicating directly with that greater capacity within us that isn't going to oppose us. It's not going to have, there are no programs there. There's none. It's us listening to what we absolutely want, what we're commanding, and us saying, okay, got you. No problem, because I got this huge sphere of influence of the universe to be able to activate that. So get ready for it. And then we receive. Huge part of this process is receiving, because a lot of times when we're just out in the world manifesting, maybe we're not doing the thing of bringing it back into our body. So that's super important for these times of being able to activate something that we want. And then of course, I reground us so that we're walking in that. So here we go, guys. Let me just get this rolling here. Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes, and if you're driving, please, you can do this process another time. So go ahead and just get comfortable and start to, as you're breathing, start to feel your lungs expanding. Start to feel your hands. Where are they on your body? Are they on your lap? Are they holding themselves? Start to feel your legs, start to feel your feet flat on the ground. And as we breathe, we're going to imagine, picture, visualize roots coming out the bottom of our feet and expanding into the amazing minerals and juiciness of the earth and all the wonderful earth stones and rubies and golds and minerals that are such life-giving minerals. Our sapphires, our amethysts, our topaz, these wonderful earth minerals that we can wrap our roots around and feel that pulsation of Mother Earth, that pulsation of love, that pulsation of support of our greater capacity. And now, as we've got our roots nice and wrapped around these wonderful stones, go ahead and draw up that loving earth energy. Be in alignment with that good of remembering your greater capacity. Be in alignment of your financial rebalancing. Be in alignment with your limitlessness. Be in alignment with your ability for deserving your good. And just start bringing up that loving earth energy up into our feet, up into our legs, feeling our abdomen, wrapping around in a shield around our entire body, and coming back into our heart center. And as we breathe in and out, let's just start to count our blessings, count all the love, count all the amazing support we have in our life. And if anybody comes to mind, just send them some of that good energy. And now, as we breathe in, breathe out 360 degrees around you. That love, that support, that alignment to our greater good. Yes. And now that we're aligned with this amazing, immense amount of good, we're going to roll our eyes up and we're going to follow this amazing golden beam of light that's coming out the top of our head. And we're going to follow that out through the ceiling, out through the sky, out expanding our sphere of influence, out into the planetary systems in our solar system. We're expanding out. We're traveling at a fast speed now, punching through the end of the Milky Way, traveling through the millions and billions of galaxies and planetary systems. And we're flying through the galaxies. This is so much fun. There's so many amazing beings that we're around, and consciousness. And then we find ourselves coming up to this black encompassment of space, this black void that's just going to wrap around us. And we can see, like as if it's a curtain, we can see underneath the curtain, or maybe the split of the curtain, we can see this light coming through. This beautiful, amazing white light coming through. And just pull open the curtain and punch through into the luminosity of all that is. This is your higher self. This is your God self. This is where you can communicate with you, your multi-conscious, your amazing spirit being, your amazing self that doesn't have limitations, that is never in a state of lack. Now let's just be here for a moment. And now we're going to state our commands to our multi-conscious that's ready to serve us. I don't know how. I am remembering my greater capacity now and all the abilities that I have. I only know it is so now. Thank you. And I am so gratefully fulfilled. And we're going to stack a couple commands before we expand. So I don't know how. I own my power and be in my greater capacity for creation. I only know it is so now. Thank you. And I am so gratefully fulfilled. I don't know how. I am walking in my financial abundance. I only know it is so now, and I am in creation now. Thank you, and I am so gratefully fulfilled. And I don't know how. I am in my fundamental needs for greatness, and I don't know how it came to be that my fundamental needs are met, and my gratitude is so huge. I only know it is so now. Thank you, and I am so gratefully fulfilled. And let's expand out into an idea even greater than that. Expanding into an idea that is an amazing part of us. Expanding into thoughts, feelings, sounds that maybe we didn't even know that could exist through these original ideas. Allowing ourselves to be open to this multi-conscious, this universal training that we can live from. And I don't know how. I am limitless now. I only know it is so now. Thank you, and I am so gratefully fulfilled. I don't know how. I recalibrate my frequency for prosperity now. I only know it is so now that is how I operate now. I only know it is so now. Thank you, and I am so gratefully fulfilled. And I don't know how. I am shifting my focus to see my universal connection, the evidence, and my healing abilities now. I only know it is so now. Thank you, and I am so gratefully fulfilled. And I don't know how. I am connecting with the right person or persons that values my time and pays me graciously now. I only know that I do so now. Thank you, and I am gratefully fulfilled. And let's expand out. Expand into an idea even greater than these wonderful, juicy ideas that we're commanding for, that our multi-conscious, our amazing, greater capacity that is giving us. Expand. Maybe you see images, maybe you feel feelings or textures or hear sounds. Just let this expanse happen. And now we're going to gather up that amazing expanse. We're going to gather it all into our chest, our spirit being, and we're going to turn around and we're going to follow that beam of light back down into the millions and trillions of galaxies, and we're going to fly very quickly up to the Milky Way, punch into the Milky Way, pass through all of our planets in our planetary system, and come up to the Earth, back down the beam of light into the Earth, into the atmosphere, into the house, into our body. And we're going to receive this amazing new manifestation with gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. It is so. It is so. It is done. It is activated. And as we're allowing this gratitude to happen within us, we're going to zoom into our DNA. And we're going to allow our DNA to unwind. We're going to say, unwind, unwind, let go. Let go of anything that's not matching, anything that's not in alignment with our new state of being, our new manifestation that's arriving. We're going to unwind and let Mother Earth recycle that energy, send it back down our roots, letting go of these limiting beliefs, letting go that there's not enough, letting go that I don't have the way, letting go of unconscious programs. And we're going to rewind into this new state of being, this new amazing capacity, this new amazing possibilities of support, this new momentum of taking action, this new amazing capacity for financial good, that playfulness with money, that wonder for mystery money coming into our life, that amazingness of our spiritual connection to our pure potentiality. Rewind, and rewinding our recalibration. Rewind our frequencies vibrating so high. Rewind that we are in prosperity now. Rewind. And now we're going to zoom back out and just follow our roots back down into the earth, back down into the wrapping around the amazing golds and silvers and platinums and uraniums, these powerful minerals that serve us with such love and enlightenment. And draw up that pulsation of the loving earth and alignment to your good. An alignment, drawing that alignment of amazing possibilities back up your legs, back up into your heart, wrapping around your body in a shield of possibilities and creation. And when you're ready, come back into the room, start to notice colors. Make sure we have all of our fingers and toes. Okay. All right, how we doing?
Awesome.
Very good.
Did you record it? Did you record it, Alex?
Yes, it is recorded. It may not. Yes, it is recorded. No worries there.
Okay.
I'm going to sign up for being a frequent flyer on that one.
All right. So, in our walks of life, in our walks of how we are in our pure potentiality, we are always going to want to remember how we can be in service to our greater good, right? How we can be in service to our greater capacity. And we want to be able to remember how to best support your world, how to best bring in that rebirth. Because as we shift, the world shifts. As we're open to our higher frequencies of the way of how we're going to be doing things, we can be in those more resourceful modes, those states of excellence, those states of pure possibility, those states of fabulous juiciness of life. So let's continue.
Yes.
Great.
Yep.
So as you can see here, it says, I absolutely know and witness your command being activated in you now. And I see you walking in your new manifestation now. So how this works is we'll say each person's name at the beginning, and that's how we're creating that element of support. So I'll start. Sue, I absolutely know and witness your command being activated in you now. And Sue, I absolutely see you walking in your new manifestation of being connected with your greater capacity and being revitalized in your recalibration of your prosperity frequency.
Thank you, Alex. Barry, I absolutely know and witness your command being activated in you now. I see you walking in your new manifestation, in prosperity, in abundance, in joy. And I fully support you now.
Thank you, Sue. Do we have Maria?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Maria, I absolutely know and witness your command being activated in you now. I also see you walking in your new manifestation now.
Thank you. Alex.
Yes.
I absolutely know and witness your command being activated in you now. I see you walking in your new manifestation now. Watch out, Seattle. Watch out, world.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So now is when we get to engage our soul one more time before we say goodbye. And we're gonna dance because we cannot keep ourselves calm because we're so excited, right? Because we're so excited for our new ability to just be in our goodness. We are so excited for our amazing capacity for good to rise like never before.
Where's the music?
Oh, do you not hear it?
I don't.
Oh.
But I dance anyway.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
me too.
I actually danced this morning with laughter yoga dance. Really.
Cool.
Well, that's lovely. I don't know what happened to the music, why it didn't come through to you. That's probably something that I need to fix. But that'll be just that little portion of, creating the next state of excellence with my technology.
Be careful.
Well-
There is no end to this, you know.
I'm just thinking we're all dancing to our own tune.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. That's the
Our
best
own
one.
drummer.
That's the best one. So,
So-
Alex, are you going to post it tonight so I can go to sleep with you guys?
Yes, I absolutely will. You can find it on the One Command
page?
group, Facebook,
Okay.
and it's actually already live streamed to my Facebook page, Lifetime Quantum Wellness. And I'm so thankful for everyone that is able to join us and able to watch on this replay and be able to receive these wonderful gifts of our awakening to our greater capacity, our rebirth
Yes, we are.
to our greater capacity. So thank you, ladies, for joining us.
That's
Please
awesome.
join us next week. Same bat channel, same bat time. It's going to be 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, and wherever else you are in the world that you want to join us. So I'm so excited for everyone to be able to click in to this beautiful state of being, this beautiful ability for shifting and changing. And I'm so excited for what we can bring to this world.
Thank you, Alex. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful, awesome week.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.
Hugs and love to all.
Hugs and love to all. All right, ladies, you go have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that was wonderful.
And thank you, everyone that was able to join us on the replay. We're so happy to be able to bring this kind of practice to you through Lifetime Quantum Wellness. This is the ability to unlock those portions in your life, those things in your life that you are striving for. So keep striving, keep moving, and remember to always have gratitude, love, and joy be at the center in everything you do. So this is Alex from Lifetime Quantum Wellness. I'll be signing off here. Everyone take care and be well.